Come again? What's Rule Zero?
Sorry, I play Magic the Gathering too. They own myself.
Oh. No. First rule of D&D is to have fun.
Nah.
No.
You're joking. That's a good one.
That's so weird.
I did
Where
not
did you come up with that one?
Fun.
Well, the third rule is to entertain Joy. Hi, Joy. I'm recording, by the way.
Hey, Joy.
Let's rock.
Hi, Joy.
Oh man, you are listening to session 81 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in the D&D multiverse. My name is Mike, I'm running this. And tonight, I am joined by...
Hello. My name is Senna, and I'm playing Delia, the gnome wizard.
Hi, I am Kitties, and I am also playing a gnome. But she's a bard, and her name is...
What's going on? My name is Miles. I'm playing Tadias Oddenoff. I'm an Osmar, so I'm not a tiny gnome.
I'm Nyx. I'm playing Vox. She's a changeling rat.
Hey, I'm Zaf, and I play Zachary Vitalis, the Fire Genasi father.
And he is also not a gnome.
You guys are really missing out, not being gnome.
I know, right?
I regret my
Gnome is-
decisions.
So Zachriel wants us to call him Daddy now.
Whoa, easy.
I'm also fast and elemental god, so I mean, Daddy is
Well, he
part
did
of that.
say
you know.
your father, right?
Let's take about 20% off there.
Dad, then. So yeah.
Crank it up.
What was that? What was that number?
Daddiest?
Number 0 rule about D&D. Can you remind me again?
Don't relegate...
Take 20% off the top.
Don't shit where you eat.
That's a good one. Oh man. Alright, well. When we last left the Excavators, a drinking game, Tadias's proposed truth or drink begins to pop off as he and Vox get to know each other a little better. Zachriel and Hum interrupt, however, with the news that Hum has volunteered the party to assist with the watching of Orboro throughout the night. Unfortunately, Tadias has quite a bit and is a bit tipsy. They all joined Delia and Renwick just in time for a group of Ankegs to be spotted outside of town and for more to burrow up from underneath. Immediately, the Excavators move to assist Orboro's town guard and put the creatures down. That night passes without much incident. In the morning, Delia attempts to have the party discuss tactics, and while it seemed a bit difficult to verbalize what tactics they had already developed kinesthetically, some groundwork was laid. After probing Renwick for some advice on how they could prepare for the tremor sense of Ankegs and Boulettes, the party leaves town and walks to the Sacred Stone Monastery. Upon arriving, they discover that the place is pretty messed up, with its facade crumbled. Walking up to the place, the Excavators find Black Earth cultists on guard waiting. One of them ordered to run and tell Marlos, but before he can rise and run, Vox strikes him with an arrow. The party defeats the other cultists and the gargoyles are hiding in plain sight. They follow the trail of blood left by the wounded cultist, leading them back down the stair under the monastery to the same rock tunnel they discovered prior. There, they find Earth Elemental powered carts that belonged to Solid Strides. The Earth cult had somehow turned the elementals to serve the cult, and to serve a certain Ogremach. But with a little prodding, Sunis, the spirit of good Earth Archno-Elemental, in the shovel carried by Zachriel, could turn them back to their benevolence. Zachriel and she were able to restore one, which the party hopped into and gave chase to the fleeing cultist. We return to the early afternoon of Kythron 27. The Excavators in the cart, as it paradoxically rumbles smoothly along the ground. No fade out for you. So the sound of the cart rumbles as you get underway, and you can just faintly hear the rumbling of what must be the other cart far ahead of you.
So, Mike, what do I see with Nathan's special eye?
Well, describe for me how you make the special eyes happen.
Well, okay, so I'm holding Hum's hand, and I like whisper in Nathan's ear a little bit that I want him to just fly ahead of us. Try not to be seen. If you see anybody, loop back. And then I transport myself into his body.
Transpose your senses. Yeah. So this goes on for a while. And there is a lot of time that passes, about an hour or so. I'm opening the floor to you, so to speak. As the cart crumbles along, you actually notice that there's a little bit of a bend in the tunnel as you proceed.
How fast is this cart moving? Like, is it
It's-
blowing our hair, or is it just kind of slogging along?
It is about as fast as you think Tadias can run at top speed.
Drunk or sober?
Like,
Oh my
I'm
like
faster
he's,
drunk. I'm just less accurate. It's more wavy.
like he's competing with Zachriel.
Oh, then really slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lose a lot of top speed the second I'm next to him.
Okay.
Really fast, we get it.
Yeah. Roughly as fast. I did some calculations, and so to give your characters an idea, it's about as fast as as how about this? As fast as Tadias can be in combat.
Okay, so hair's blowing.
Just about, yeah.
Okay.
But the air is definitely stale, and there's no other air currents other than the fact that you're moving through the air.
Is it warm?
There's some parts where it's warm. There's some parts where it's cold.
So the cave has menopause?
If that's how Hum takes it, then sure.
It's okay.
That was a sentence. So, can I make just a check to see if there's any, like, work happening in this cave, or is just a tunnel that they used for transportation?
If there's any work,
Like, if they've been digging holes that seem like they have tools lying around, or if it's just literally a tunnel from one point to another.
Make a. All right. Well, firstly, make. I don't want to give it away with like the type of check it is.
Oh.
I'll make a straight intelligence check because there's so many skills with intelligence that it almost wouldn't matter. Then I can look at your sheet. Okay, you're pretty good off there. Okay, so generally looking around as you're passing by stuff, you see that you notice a few different things. You notice that the rock walls here don't appear to have been worked by tools, at least not conventional tools. And
So likely elementals?
You are putting that together. The more you observe, the more it seems like that there was elemental work involved with creating this tunnel. Or if not creating this tunnel, then making it suitable for transport in the way you
I
are.
quickly just kind of like tell Zachriel, it's likely we're going to run into more elementals. Get ready with your big spoon.
Big spoon.
Question about the tunnel.
Sunni didn't like that.
She felt like like the kind of feeling you get when somebody furrows their brow and says and thinks, "Come on, man."
Why do I just can picture Zachariel eating something with it, like soup or something?
That's. I mean, it's. See, if you're gonna see the problem. No, I'm not gonna say it because. Nix, what were you gonna ask? I'm sorry.
Oh, because we're going down the tunnel, we're tracking the one that was in front of us. Is there like other tunnels branching out?
For a long part of it, you don't really see any. After about after about 2 hours of travel, and after this 2 hours of travel, you don't see any branching paths, but you do notice that within the first hour of travel, it bends to your left, and then it bends to the right, and it's really subtle. In fact, I think only Tadias really recognized that it was happening. Just because it's so dark, it's hard to tell if you're turning, because you have so very few visibility.
So if we're moving this fast, that guy had to have gotten into the other cart, right? Or a cart?
A cart, yeah. You hear, and like I said, you hear a very faint sound of rumbling ahead. That isn't just your cart.
Oh, so we're not gaining on him.
It seems like these carts have a similar speed. Similar enough to where you're not really gaining and you're not really losing either.
It seems like if there are 5 of us in one cart and one of them his cart, you're probably moving a little bit fast. If they're similar cart.
I can't comment on that.
So can we tell from the sound if he's moving a little bit faster?
Roll a perception check. You
Hum can tell shit.
Hum can't really tell.
Is
Wasn't-
Nathan able to catch up with it?
How fast is Nathan?
He's got a fly speed of 60 feet.
He's got a fly speed of 60 feet. That's actually a good point. Give me a hot second to do a calculation. Because I'm the kind of DM that makes calculations of speeds important to verisimilitude.
Here, let me blow a giant hay spell on the owl.
It'll last for all of a minute when you're traveling for hours.
I mean, he'll catch up real fast.
Oh, fuck. How do I go backwards? Damn it. Calculating miles per hour from foot speed is one thing, but going backwards makes me... For some reason, I can't do it. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's what actually happens. Nathan has trouble staying ahead of you. Nathan has to sort of really pick up the pace in order to stay ahead of you as far as your senses. The 100-foot gap that you can have with the senses. And you can sort of you get this feeling from Nathan that he's doing his best, but there's no way he can just zoom on ahead. You guys are definitely going faster than his fly speed, and he has to, in game terms, he has to dash ever so often.
All right, I'm gonna disapparate him and then pop him back into my lap.
Okay.
And tell him he did a good job.
Wait,
a
your
good
nails
try.
are wet. Your nails are wet. Sorry, I had to paint your nails while you were gone.
Ooh, they're pretty, and I'm like, check them out. I'm like,
They're
wiggle my
rainbow.
finger. Oh, I love it.
into hour or two of this prolonged pursuit, you start hearing more than just that very faint rumbling. I need perception checks.
Oh, Hum's on a roll.
Getting all the bad ones out.
Come on, Vox. There we go.
Yeah, so, Vox, way out of range of your dark vision, you can hear the sound of skittering large insectoid legs. And the sound is getting louder.
I'm taking my short bow out. And I'm gonna motion to the others. I think we've got company up ahead.
Skitter, 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 skitter. And I will take you to that page as you all prepare your good stuff. Let me see here. Is that all kosher?
Who's driving?
No one's driving.
It just kind of does it by itself.
You,
Tesla.
Zachriel.
Because Zachariel told it what to do, but
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he could instruct it.
Exactly. He told the elemental what to do, and the
I
elemental.
wonder if you can tell it to run him over.
And the elemental is doing it.
I mean, I told it to go in this direction. It's just going to keep going, right? So if it gets in front of us...
Are you going to hop out of the cart? What? Or describe for me what you're doing. Are you guys going to... I mean, the cart is moving. You're preparing your weapons. You're not getting out of the cart, are you? Or what are you doing?
Well, we haven't come to a stop, have we?
No. Cart's still moving.
I don't think it would be wise to hop out of the cart.
Okay, so you guys are all hanging in the cart with your weapons ready. Whatever that may be. Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Is there, sorry, the cart,
Yeah.
is it have tall sides to it?
Yes. Tall enough to where Hum... Actually, tall enough to where Hum would need a boost to see over it. It's about 3 feet tall. But they're actually, let me world build a bit. They've got gaps. So there's 4 posts on the sides, and then there's sheets of metal that run around. And there's a gap. And it could function as sort of like an arrow slit of sorts. So skitter, 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 and yeah. And is Nathan out, or is Nathan in pocket dimension?
Oh, he is out.
All right, out and about. Okay.
Yep.
Actually, let me make sure you can control this thing. Because I didn't link it to a cheat. Okay, you can control it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna look back to the...
Ooh. You cut out pretty bad.
We should get low, maybe they won't get.
Uh-oh.
She sounds robotic. I don't know if she can hear us.
Oh, I can hear you.
Stand by, Nix. Alrighty, so what does Vox say? This is the litmus test here.
Let's stay low. Maybe they won't notice us.
I don't know if I can get any lower.
At this point, the skittering sounds closer and closer. Roll initiative. As you can almost swear that the sound is just out of your dark vision.
Should I roll for Nathan too?
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. So I'm just gonna add the turn and go ahead and just roll that dex check. I think an owl has a DC, or sorry, an owl has like AC 13, so its dex is 3.
It has AC 11.
Oh, so its dex is 1. All right. Hey.
Okay, cool.
All right. Alrighty. So let me sort this, and then. That's a bit loud. Alrighty. So. Wow, these guys rolled high. Alrighty. So, skittering out of the darkness, I'm just going to sort of get them closer to see. You see a group of ankegs. This one, the speed is 40. So, you can see as soon as it, as soon as it gets into your sight and sort of sees the cart there, it veers off in this direction and then completes its move to here. Another one enters into your line of sight, and it also sort of veers off this path as you're coming towards it. We're going to give the cart initiative 10. I should have done that. Let's see, add turn, because the cart moves on its own, so it's going to have its own initiative. Alright. Nathan.
I think Nathan's just gonna sit here in the cart
Okay.
and wait for orders from Delia.
What's Delia going to do?
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna turn to everyone and say, they're kind of moving off to the side. Maybe we should see if we can just like go by them. Maybe they're with the cult.
Maybe we're just in their home.
They'll be heading to the
That's for
city.
you. Oh God.
Which way are these guys facing?
They are facing towards you. They are moving towards you. But then you notice...
Okay. Zachriel's right. I'm gonna shoot firebolt at this one.
Alright. That's going to superheat its carapace and it cries out in pain. Roll that damage for 13 fire. Alright, and then it directs its attention toward the cart. Zachriel.
I will stop the cart.
Okay, you're going to have to take an action to command the cart in Terran to do that.
I take an action.
All
I
right.
say in turn, stop.
The cart stops. And it's like, you almost lurch a little bit, but it seems like the elemental sort of understands that it needs to slow. So you sort of actually go a couple more feet before you stop completely. Oh god, move all your dudes 5 feet ahead, please. Anything else, Zachriel?
That's about all I can do, so yeah.
Alrighty, the Sankeg is going to get into your vision. Shoot, how far did it go? Yeah, okay. And it gets to here, and it's just moseying along. It hasn't really noticed that... It doesn't seem to mind that its kin was attacked. Once more, one more comes out of the darkness and veers to the side. The cart then moves about 90 feet. Oh yeah, it stopped. Never mind. So the cart is stopped, so I don't have to have that initiative. Hum, it's your turn.
Hum is going to shoot a couple charges of her magic wand or her magic missiles at this one.
Alrighty. You're not... You said you were going to prepare your crossbow.
I did say I was going to, but I decided magic missiles through the hole would be better.
Alrighty. Pew pew! Ooh, fucking great roll. How many charges?
2.
2! That's 20 damage. as the creature cries out, turns its attention towards you, Vox. And let's hum at another thing.
No, Hum's gonna go ahead and reserve everything else.
Alrighty, Vox.
She is firing off her bow at that person.
Sorry, point to it again. Alrighty. That is a hit. No sneak attack, unfortunately, but 6 damage is definitely something, as it sort of breaks apart a carapace that was a hit with the magical force. Anything else?
No.
Alrighty. Tadias.
Alright, so the Zachariel lessons were put myself in the way, in the danger in front of everybody else. So I'm going to move up, and just try to, like, cover a box as much as I can.
Hops out of the cart.
And I suppose I will just start throwing stuff at him.
Alright.
Start with a bonus action to get my armor on, and blood flint for the first attack.
That's just enough to miss.
Right
Unfortunately.
over that. Alright, and then go with Rez.
Res hits for 11 damage. Alrighty.
That'll do it.
That'll do her. Well, this Ankeg starts to move up to here and then veer to the side. But it hasn't been hit, and it doesn't seem to care. That Ankeg does care. It cares a lot. Enough to try to blast Tadias and Vox with a line of acid. So I think Vox, you have a bonus because you are behind half cover. So add a +2 bonus to your dex save. So I need you guys to roll dex saves.
Oh, can I evade it?
It happens automatically. Evasion happens automatically. It's a passive thing.
So yeah, if you just beat it, the dex save, you don't take any damage. I'll probably take damage either way.
Well, yeah, you're taking damage. You're taking 11 acid damage.
Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna
And-
be doing this.
Vox takes no damage. Alrighty. The acid, I guess some of it is seeped into, it turns into like it's sort of corrosive energy and gets all up in your sword arm. Alright. That's it for that one. Nathan.
I think I'm gonna have Nathan so they can't attack, but I want him to kind of be a distraction.
You can take the help action. I'm gonna move like all the tokens over this way, just so that there's more of a staging area.
So he's gonna start flapping around this Ankeg over here.
Alrighty.
And he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when he flies in and out of an enemy's reach.
You're damn right. Alrighty, so then it's another Ankeg's turn. Okay. Oh, this one. This one was not hurt. So it's going to just sort of mosey on and try to squeeze between Tadias and this other Ankeg. And it's just kind of, Tadias, like, it's just moving past you. But that's all of its movement, so. Delia.
She's gonna hop up and can she see this one?
Oh, shit. Give me a second here. Can she see which one? This one?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a tall creature, definitely.
Okay. She's gonna firebolt that one.
Alrighty. That's a hit for 15. That is definitely aggroed.
And I think that'll be it.
Alright. Zachariel, what are you doing?
Alright, Zachariel's gonna jump out of the cart and run up to this thing and try and knock it off center.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
You do not knock it off center.
Alright, I'll attack. Oh boy.
Zachariel, you're a little, You tripped a little bit getting out of the cart.
Oh god.
You tripped a little bit getting out of the cart.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, this guy's gonna come over here and, is going to spray acid at Zachariel and Vox. I need both of them to make dexterity saving throws. Well, Vox takes none. Zachariel, you take 8 acid. And that's it. This Ankeg don't care for his brothers, or whatever you want to call him, and just continues on his way. Cart doesn't matter. Hum, it's your turn.
So Hum yells at Zachariel, should I go for the one that's running away?
No.
Okay, she's going to take shots at the one she can see through the little arrow slits. This
Alright.
one here with her crossbow.
Alrighty. Chukunk. That deflects right off of it, unfortunately.
And she's going to use her bonus action to use her Vicious Mockery Ring
Alrighty.
and call him a slimy bowl of jello.
He did not like that, and he hurts a lot. That was a good roll. Alrighty. Vox, it's your turn.
Dropping her bow, she picks her sword, and she's gonna go after the one in front of her.
Alrighty. You have sneak attack because your buddies are right next to it. That's a hit. 6 plus. Oh, schnapples. 29 damage in total. Oh, okay. You skewer this thing through the head, and it just collapses. And, Tadias, it's your turn.
Alright, seeing that this one right here is kind of like passing by me, I'm just going to kind of move to the side of it.
Alright.
And I'll keep on this guy.
Okay.
So, let's slash him up. I think I'm just gonna... let's Blood Flint. Yeah, why not?
Hits. For 8 damage in total.
And that much acid, I don't know if they're resistant.
Aha! I don't think they do, actually. Nope. Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, just cut up a little bit more of the dagger, flip it around in my hand, and stab into him.
That's a hit. And you slash across the eyes, and the hits just the right way as it scrambles, like its legs kind of scramble around, and it just collapses, moving, bleeding out, slowing down.
I still got speed, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, make Dad proud. I'm gonna jump off the cart. I'm gonna bash into this one with my shield in my offhand.
All right. Well, that's a hit.
I guess that's the piercing one.
Yeah. Whack. It definitely notices. It's almost dead.
That'll be turn.
Alrighty. I'll talk about that later. That Ankeg is dead. Nathan.
So Delia is gonna have Nathan help out Tadias and Zachariel with this one over here.
Okay.
Just more flapping. Maybe a little bit like tiny quiet squawks.
Tiny quiet
Yeah.
squawks. Okay. It distracts the creature slightly.
Doing the owl version of your mama jokes.
You
Yeah, basically.
completely ignored this one, and it continues on its way. There it goes. Delia.
Okay, guys, are we killing them all? Or... Because that one's running away. What should I do?
We can double back with the cart.
Well, also remember that your boyfriend is.
I mean, he got a little bit of a break. I'm sure he can handle a couple, right?
Just thinning the herd.
Okay. I'm gonna firebolt this one. The
All
one
right.
that's almost dead.
It is pretty much dead, yeah. Firebolt burns right through its carapace and out the other side, and it collapses. Zachariel.
I'll move over here and attack this one.
Alright. That's a hit. That's an 11. That's a hit. That's 7. Alright, it turns to face you.
That's it for me.
Alrighty, and it takes its turn right after. And it's going to try to grab you with a bite. 10. Oh, nothing. Hum. Actually, describe how that misses. It just bears down with its mandibles.
It tries to wrap around on one of my shoulders, and I just jam the shield up to interpose the mandibles in me.
Yeah, alright. Go for it, Hum. Bolt shower.
She takes a big old shot.
You don't have to roll an attack for that. So how many bolts do you have in there?
I have 5 that I can do.
Okay. So that's 5d6. We need to work on that macro because...
I didn't understand the macro. I'll roll a 5d6.
Alrighty. And you're not using a charisma... Or are you using a charge?
Yes.
Okay. Or a spell slot, actually. Here, let me bring up that item card. So we can learn this together. Upgrade. You can fire up to 10 bolts at once. As an action, you can fire the crossbow this way at either one creature or two creatures standing within 5 feet of each other. This attack does not affect blah blah blah. It makes a DC 15 saving throw. On a failed save, it takes that much damage. Equal to D6 is equal to the amount of bolts. On a successful save, it takes half. So you use a spell slot to increase the save DC. All right, cool. Let me roll its save DC or the saving throw. Doesn't have a chance. So it takes 13 damage. Pelted with all these crossbow bolts, some of them breaking on its carapace, some of them sticking in. Alright. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Vox.
Vox is gonna come running down to Zachariel, and let's chop him up.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
That's a hit. And you have sneak attack? Oh, you didn't even need it. I like to think that Vox jumps off the cart. Actually, she's already off the cart. She just lunges forward, does a dodge roll, and just slams her sword into this thing. Yeah. Oops, no. Alright. Tadias.
Well, I guess we can go for the one running away.
It's up to you. There's still a potential enemy on the board, so it's your choice. Kids' Choice Awards.
All right, I'm gonna go for the Kids' Choice Awards then. So I'm gonna throw the blood flint at him.
That's a hit as it nicks his leg, and you hear a little bit of fire crackle as it cries out, turns around.
As it turns around, there's another little dagger aiming for its face.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
10 piercing. Dang, dude.
And I think it has a little weakness in there, so I'm gonna see if I can hand axe for the last one.
Tore apart some of its carapace, exposing a nugget of flesh. You carve away that flesh.
Oh, yeah. That's not supposed to be an off-hand axe. It's supposed to be a normal hand axe. Here, let me roll the other one. Oh no, it just had my modifier, so it's +5, so that's
Another
8.
5.
11 damage in the last bit.
You severely fucked up this thing.
The last 2 minute movement, I'm just going to move back here and make sure Delia is covered.
Alrighty. What's Nathan doing?
He's gonna squawk quietly and fly aggressively at this one.
Alright. Is Nathan going to be able to get away?
How
How much speed does Nathan have left?
6. Oh, he's got more than enough to like fly in and out of his range.
I want to go up.
I never expressed how tall the cave was. The tunnel is about it's about 20 feet tall.
Well, I hope I pissed it off enough to not like go after a little owl.
Well, on its turn,
That's what he's here for.
the thing is
10 gold pieces.
the thing is so wounded that it continues to run away. So let's just abstract this. Are you going to pursue this thing in its wounded state?
I've got 120 feet on firebolt, so I think I can.
All right, it runs away. It's still in range of firebolt. Oh yeah, well, roll damage. Okay. You could have rolled lower. Yeah. And you're out of initiative as this creature just collapses, its part of its flesh smoldering.
I blow out my fingers.
Damn. Impressive.
Thanks.
Should we press on?
We should.
And then I'm gonna squeeze Nathan. He did such a good job.
Nathan is a I should know this. Nathan is a
Reflavored owl.
I know he's an owl.
Pseudo dragon.
pseudo dragon. Okay. What do pseudo dragons sound like? It just makes a cute little squee. Where's my voice? My voice is all gone.
I like it.
Okay. You guys continue through the tunnel, and the low rumbling that didn't belong to your cart, unfortunately, it is not audible from where you are anymore. But you don't need to fret too much because there's still one tunnel, and there doesn't appear to be any branches. So you continue on. I need to try to do something with OBS real quick, so let me just do that.
Oh.
All right. So I actually need to do a couple more things. So, as you guys are moving on, the cave bends to your right again, and then back to your left. And you you start to smell something. It smells like rotting corpses. And sure enough, you can smell or you can see rotting corpses. You see rotting corpses of small reptilian humanoids, as well as a handful of corpses that are these massive creatures, and on a cursory look, they look like ogres.
Well, this is macabre.
As you start passing them by, and they start leaving your field of vision.
That's horrible.
You also noticed a few small alcoves in the walls, like not obvious branches to this tunnel, but it looks like they might have been once dwellings, perhaps.
Do the bodies look at all eaten, or are they just kind of laying there?
You can't really tell because you're passing it by. You would need to stop and investigate to get more detail.
Well, their bodies are not going anywhere. Maybe we can check it out on our way back.
All right.
If everyone's okay with that, that is.
I'm down for whatever you want. You can stop now if you like.
We got a guy to catch.
It may give us a clue of what we're looking. We're gonna see up front, up ahead.
Yes, I'd like to stop.
Okay. Kind of turn the thing around and you stop. You're among these corpses and these what were once hovels. Looking around, looking at these dead creatures, it becomes apparent that they were bludgeoned to death.
Hey, Tadias, can I have a boost out of this thing?
Sure. I help her out.
Thank you.
You find evidence of dwellings. You find really what's the word I'm looking for? Primitive cookware. And you find sort of doing an exploratory. You find what looks like was once gardens. Moss and mushrooms growing out of what looks like cultivated area. As cultivated as you can get in a rock tunnel.
So it looks like these things will live down here then.
Used to.
What kind of mushrooms are they on the walls? And then the
Um,
little moss patches.
roll
I
an
got the
nature,
wrong character for that.
roll a nature check. I would say that this comes from Delia's time with her family, and while they were bakers and focused mostly on wheat, there's some what's the word for being a grower of fungus? There's like a special word for it somewhere. Well, she has a little bit of experience with that, and she recognizes these as kind of the kind of mushrooms. I don't know about myconologist. It's more like a person who cultivates them, not a person who studies them. But these mushrooms are edible. And
Like a strand trout.
in regards to the mushroom or the person that cultivates mushrooms.
In regards to the mushroom.
Sure. They have huge caps and meaty stalks. And upon investigating the moss, or lichen rather, it has a very fragrant scent to it, almost as if it might be a good seasoning.
I'm gonna grab some.
All right. You collect some mushrooms and lichen.
As she's doing so, we noticed the bodies were bludgeoned to death. Can I look around and see if any of the earth around here looks like it might have been moved by elementals similar to the cave?
Roll an Arcana check.
You will do.
Looking at the sort of striations in the ground.
What was that first race that you mentioned was here?
Pretty sure it's Cobalt, right?
Yeah, a long time ago, you encountered some kobolds on the road, but near the mountains. You recognize with the striations that this place used to be more of a warren, but something happened to make it this sort of wide underground road. And it's almost like the dwellings weren't just these small pockets, but were the ends of natural caves.
So they built a bypass through their city, or the little villages.
It's a good conclusion to come to.
Alright. I just kind of make a note of it, pull out my journal and write it down.
No regard for life. That's what I see.
Most cultists are that way. The question is this tunnel built to allow the Ankeg to attack the city, or is there another purpose?
Roll another. Well, no, don't roll for that. So,
yeah, I don't know if I have enough evidence yet to really.
Well, one. Not the conclusion, but one piece of evidence that Tadias would know is that Ankegs can walk faster than they can burrow.
So Vegas money says they're trying to funnel them into the city. Right. Well, I think I've seen what I need to see, so I'm just gonna, get ready to go.
Did you try to say something, Justin?
I said this is a strange development.
I'm just interested in most places they try to get these people to join them, and this is just looks like a savage, brutal murder. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I left the BRB sign on the thing. Well, I have to remember that all of this is gameplay.
That's just kind of nuns.
Maybe they have a choice of races they choose.
They are primitives. They weren't useful to them.
Well, the Earth cult believes in what the something about a mountain, right?
I remember
Unending
something
mountain
like
or
that.
something.
Maybe your Earth friend can tell us about it. He's probably been around them longer than that.
Maybe. Anyway, what I'm getting at here is perhaps these creatures, the cultists, just see them as trespassing on their holy land.
Zachariah,
Yes.
can you talk to the element
Which one?
in the cart?
Yeah, I can.
Would he know why these would be here?
I will go over and speak to the cart.
Hello.
Hello. Do you know why these are here?
This is like fucking rock bottom. He says, why the Earth is here? Earth
No,
is
these
Earth.
corpses.
Oh. He says, no, but, I saw, beings that looked like them back over at the other end. I remember when I was under that, darkness, that they had those sorts of creatures at the other end of this.
He says no, but he also says when he was darkened that there was more of these creatures on the other end.
Creatures like the Ungig or something else?
No, like these corpses.
Some more races.
Yes.
Oh, can you ask it what they're using you for?
What were
Like
they
using the
using you
cart
for?
for?
Transportation. Just to
Transportation.
move back and forth. And things and beings with feet.
The moving of people. Transportation.
I
From
was
the
wondering if there was
monastery to
anything particular they were transporting.
He says people. I think we're going to find out who they were transporting when we get to the other side.
Well, we probably should move along on our way if, I mean, we see this savage brutality. The cart is still just moving people. Let's let it move people and let's move on.
I agree. Let's get back in.
So you get back in. You direct the elemental in the cart to continue. And you go on. That sound of the shifting, rumbling stone, yet the ride is smooth. More time passes, a couple more hours. The tunnel bends to your left, and then it starts to bend to your right, and it's a little bit of a sharper couple of turns this time. Tadias can tell. But then indeed, so
Kitties, were you trying to fix the bolt shower thing?
Yeah.
So if you're in the little cue card in the attacks, you can actually unselect the little check mark for the attack roll, and it'll just do the save.
we did that.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
I appreciate that.
I just saw it in the chat again.
Yeah, I hit the macro instead of hitting the little gear.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Let's get going.
So you guys are moving along, and suddenly everyone hears, but not hears. It's almost like you think it. but it's not you speaking. Ah, hello. I had heard you were coming. Please do stop. You see a glimmer from beyond your dark vision, and you hear the grunts of a man struggling, and coming into your view is this fine creature.
Ah, shit.
And you get into view of it, and it is holding, or rather, let me bring you to the page. The creature is seeming to hold the Earth monk, but he's floating in the air, and he's not. The creature is not even touching him. I'm gonna move you guys up just a taste more. What do you do?
Is that the thing that was talking to us?
Did you just talk to us?
In your mind, yes. Please do stop.
I think just butt cheeks are clenched right now. I'm not excited about this.
That stops the cart.
The cart stops. You can see just out of your dark vision that the cart that the monk was using is turned over, and it looks like there's a pile of rocks right next to it.
Hum is I think Hum's butt cheeks are clenched right now too. She kind of shrinks down lower into the cart.
Okay.
Vox screams out, "Who are you?"
She says, it's a feminine voice. Give her a name. Hold on a second.
Delia is very excitedly, like, hanging over the lip of the car, like making little sketches of what she looks like.
Hum grabs Delia's fire cape and kind of holds her back from falling out of the cart.
Vox is putting her arm out in front of Delia to make sure she doesn't lurch forward. I think Delia is good and safe now.
You can refer to me as Milidyras. I'm so sorry for not introducing myself. She says, now, looks to the monk. Now, I don't know the situation too well. You see, I have just returned to this area of the caverns after a long time away from here. This man says you are enemies of his church, is that right? The monk then bellows out, Yes! They wish to destroy our sacred places! And in your mind again you hear, Is this true?
We're just trying to stop him from hurting people.
Hurting people? What? You've killed countless!
They have attacked cities. They've destroyed life. If you go down the cavern here, there's a whole civilization that has been beaten. We are just trying to protect people. We're just trying to protect cities.
The dragon hums.
I mean, they're also trying to bring back, basically the end of the world as well.
End of the world? And she gives a pointed look to the monk. And she says...
Delia's gonna say, they worship the chained god. and make it sound like extra menacing.
And the monk says, "I don't know what she's talking about." And go ahead and roll an insight check. Everybody, because everybody heard this. Hum clocks this guy immediately, and it's clear that he has no idea who the chain god is, based on the tone of his voice, and he's not trying to... I can hear you vaping, buddy.
Oh, shit.
She can tell that he has no idea who the chain god is, that he's never heard that phrase before, and that he's almost insulted that you have supposed him worship something other than what he professes. The amethyst dragon hums a little bit, and as if in thought, and says, these cities...
His people are corrupting elementals and making them turn against their will and nature.
Well, these cities you mentioned... Are they...
You cut out, Mike.
Well, these cities you mentioned... Are they... places of... discovery? Are there establishments of higher learning?
Yes.
And the monk... Well, Marlos employs a mage that researches earth and water magic. We have learning too. And besides, it's not like we're going to destroy anything. And we're going to do a little bit of GM roll-off here. No, we don't really need to. No. You hear in your mind, all of you hear in your mind, and then the dragon looks in your direction and says, actually, she doesn't say much of anything. She just seems to hum in consideration.
Hum wants to say one more thing to her.
Go for it.
She says, ma'am, and anyone we have killed has enslaved others, has enslaved beings for their needs. We are just protecting those who are downtrodden.
She sort of gives this this acknowledging, like, pulse in your mind, and you get the distinct impression that might not have impressed her. Delia, I need you to roll a Arcana check.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good. Yeah. This is wholly new to you.
I am just too enamored with the fact that she has like crystals on her body.
Oh yeah, and so I didn't want to. There's a little bit more art of them, but I didn't want to give off the impression that this creature was going to come out swinging. But I probably should have made 2 handouts for him, but well, that's interesting. Okay. How can I not search for amethyst dragons in your document, Matt Koval? What the fuck? So this is for you guys. This creature has no functional wings, and it kind of hunches over on its back.
Now this looks wholly unfamiliar to any dragons I've heard of, right?
Well, you can roll an Arcana check if you want.
Yeah,
Your
sure.
DCs are going to be a little bit higher than Delia's, though. All right. Tadias might have spent some time learning about earth elementals and earth elemental stuff with solid strides, right?
I hang out with nerds. I don't do the studying myself.
It's true, you hang out with nerds. So, you remember hearing from nerds about a element to precious stones that is employed by some creatures, that is able to be tapped into by some creatures. And these creatures can vary wildly. But you remember hearing about how there's this one line or lineages of dragons that retreated underground. They lost their ability to fly, but they gained the ability to harness this sort of mind-based energy and power from gemstones, and somehow the gemstones got incorporated into their biology.
With my understanding of that, can I size this one up to kind of guess how like old it is or how dangerous it might be?
Yes. One thing you notice is that the monk hasn't touched the ground since you got here. And the creature isn't holding it. So, from what you guess, this creature has very strong psionic ability.
Vox is just gonna come out and like yell and ask, "What are you?"
What am I? Says the Amethyst Dragon. I am... She sort of leers over, and she meets each of your eyes. And she then settles on Delia and says, I'm a bit like her. I crave knowledge.
A gnome?
No, a scholar.
You know, I just think that you and I would get along so well.
Perhaps we will. She then looks at the monk, and she says, My friend, I'm sorry you've not given me quite a good case. I believe that we should seek knowledge. And then her eyes flash, and you see these beams of this purpley psychic energy spray over the monk. And if you've ever seen the first Indiana Jones movie, that happens to his face, where it just melts away into nothing, and the monk's body just collapses on the ground.
Now that is impressive.
She steps toward you. Doof, doof, doof. And then steps to the side and gives a bit of a gesture and says, well, whatever task you have ahead, I shan't interfere. And if you come by this way again and bring me something that you think I might be interested in, I might have something for you.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Thank you, Seeker of Knowledge. We will bring you something back.
I'll smile and wave at her.
With her kind of weird clawed hand, she returns the gesture.
And then I go back to scribbling in my spell book.
Good luck.
Before Zachariel runs the card anymore, I'm gonna run over and check the body, see if there's anything on there that might be useful to us. Maps, keys, things like that.
You know, I said that I referenced that scene from the first Indiana Jones movie, but you actually wouldn't really have been able to see it because he had a mask on. So what's left is that his body has been sort of jellified, but
Nice.
he left his clothes and his mask behind. And you also find a little bit of cash. 6 silver pieces.
Never hurts. Not much. Let's go.
I'm glad we don't have to worry about him again. Or anymore.
Oh, so we're going to where she came from, right?
Whoa, actually, that's a good question. Where are you going?
I don't know that we know because
We were supposed
Stop.
to stop the stop.
Well, Dragon's still here. Hasn't moved yet. You haven't moved yet.
great seeker of knowledge. Mahum doesn't know what to call her, so that's what she's calling her. Do you know which direction they were headed?
You flatter me. But please refer to me as Milidyras. As for your question, I came from, and then she gestures to behind herself. The, person you are pursuing was going that way.
Thank you, Milidyras. We appreciate you.
I believe I will come to appreciate you as well.
Where will we find you?
Oh, I will hang around here for a day or two. But if I'm not here, I'm certain we may run into each other again, and if not, well, fret not. And you can get the sense that, like, it really doesn't matter to her if you see her again.
Hum looks at Zachariel and says, let's take our chance and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, sure. He's just looking at this creature like, what the hell is this?
She can melt our faces. Let's go.
All right, we go.
As you guys make some more distance, Suni's pipes up, and she says to Zachriel, I wouldn't trust her at all.
No.
I would be very careful, Zachriel.
Thank you.
So, you pass this, and the tunnel bends, continues its left. No, wait, sorry. Its rightward bend, and then it bends to the left one more time. Then it bends to the right.
Hey, Tadias.
What?
Suni says we shouldn't trust that
I mean,
woman.
the creature that could easily kill us at any moment.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Are we in the habit of trusting dragons? Because I'm not.
I've never met a dragon.
What I hear, you should never trust a dragon.
There are some that might not be that bad, but it's always dangerous when you're dealing with something you have no power to defend yourself from.
I didn't even know there was dragons in this region.
Is this the first I've heard of dragons in this region?
Yeah, it's the first time you've heard of dragons in this region in particular.
I can't think of any I've ever heard of in this
I've
area.
never even heard of a dragon that lives underground.
I only know bard stories, and I've never heard one that ends well with a dragon involved.
So, your journey has taken you quite a few hours. You get the impression that it's probably sunset at this point. You're right after the solstice, which means that's pretty late. You can feel that despite not really having to move, being attentive has sort of drained you a bit. There's still empty tunnel between you and wherever you're going. But you continue, and eventually, after one more bear to the right, you can see in your dark vision that the tunnel cave starts to taper off. And you see a couple of alcoves and what might be another branch. But you notice, Tadias notices, stonework, regular stonework that seems to sort of gradient in from the elemental worked stone of the tunnel that leads in one direction, and it's about 10 feet wide by 15 feet high. And there's a couple more carts here in this sort of area.
Is it of similar cut and like make to the temple we came through?
To the Sacred Stone Monastery?
Yeah.
Not really.
Can
But
I
you,
identify the race that made it?
yeah, with your archaeologist feature and where you've been and the adventures you've had, this looks like the same kind of stonework that was in the fire cults complex and the air cults complex.
I kind of quietly whisper to everybody, the stones, they look very similar to the complexes that were connected by the portals.
I assume at this point you've stopped.
Yes.
So you are right outside of this sort of stone-worked area that seems to lead into a hallway that veers to a direction. Doesn't matter what direction, it just veers to another direction. And then you see another tunnel that looks like it starts to go up a bit, and then a couple of small alcoves that line the walls around this area.
Are you all willing to press on, or would you like to duck into one of these alcoves and get in Delia's hut?
I mean, they can't have been making this trip a lot. I think we'll be okay if we take a rest here.
And the guard that would warn them didn't make it.
It's just true. As far as they're concerned, there's nothing going on that isn't normal, unless they report in.
I'll leave it up to you all. I'm fine to go on if we need to.
Same? Fox? Delia? What do you suggest?
I'm fine with moving on.
All right. This is where the DM puts a or takes the wind out of your sails and says, if you move on, I'm going to need you to roll con saves, because you've been at this all day. You've been focusing on potential threats, and despite not having to walk, you've been attentive.
I really think we should hunker down. Because we don't know what we're going into.
It's true.
If we find this spot, I can send Udarnik and see what we can see.
Do a little scouting with you, Darnik.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
We have some great mushrooms. Maybe we could have a mushroom stew.
Oh, that's true. And I pull the mushrooms and the lichen out of my bag, and I show it to Zach.
Don't you think that cooking would alert them to our presence with the sweet aroma of my food?
Does the tiny hut block aromas? I think it does.
Read the spell? Probably doesn't say anything in reference to that.
No.
It's probably
Spells
gonna have
and
to...
other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside.
It sounds like Dion Fiat.
It does.
Doesn't really mention it. And because the provisions it gives are intended to give you a safety thing, I feel like aromas spells can't go through, but you can. So if you can, then I think something mundane like the aroma of a cook fire would go through as well. And by you, I mean anybody who's not the caster. So yeah, aromas would go out.
Trail ration night.
Been a long time. Well, actually, no, it hasn't been a long time. But Nathan. Not Nathan. Udarnik. Udarnik gets sent in a little ways. And before your vision cuts off, which I think I'm going to have to implement now, since that's the rules, Udarnik sees the path sort of opens up into... It leads to a subterranean chasm spanned by a zigzagging 10-foot wide stone bridge without railings. The bridge links tunnels leading north and south. For the purposes of this, Udarnik came from the north. The chasm floor looks like it's 50 feet below the bridge and consists of a jumbled mass of boulders. To the west, the chasm narrows and continues for some distance. And beyond that, the sense connection fizzles out. Do you send him in further?
I will have him just try to fly around and spot any entrances. And then when he comes back, he can just kind of lead us to them.
Entrances? He went through an entrance.
Yeah. Well, we didn't walk into wherever the little area is, so something that might have guards.
Okay. He zooms in a little bit. A few minutes later,
we'll see it when he comes back. Yeah.
A few minutes later, comes back, and expresses to you. How detailed do you think Udarnik can express this to you?
I think it's mostly just yes or no's. I ask a thing and it's just yes or no's.
Yeah, there's creatures there.
Humans are creatures like elementals, big rocks. Big rocks, nod?
Big rocks, no.
Just people?
Nods.
Alright. Okay. Him away. Try to get some shut eye.
Alright, go ahead and resolve a long rest. Yes. Oh, that wasn't a question. You just hit the. You didn't hit shift.
Oh, yeah, good.
How many charges
Damn.
did you use?
Well, I didn't roll the night before, so I only used 2.
Did you use charges the night before? I don't think so.
I'll go fill my water bottle. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. I don't know. You keep track of your items.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright.
No biggies. I got my charges back, so.
Let's go to the.
I feel like they might be necessary today.
There's a good chance. Oh, I need to change the calendar. We're on the 28th of Kythron for the Excavators.
Right when we wake up, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okie dokes. What is? Ooh.
Came back.
So this morning when Hum wakes up, she pulls Delia aside. And she says to Delia, hey, you know, you have a really significant spell book. And I have a whole bunch of spells that I don't use. And I was hoping you could help me point out some really good spells that might work in tandem to yours.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, what do we got?
Well, I just picked up a really great spell the last time. But right now, I don't have a lot of good ones. So right now, the spells that I'm carrying, besides my cantrips, are comprehend languages, disguise self, sleep, dissonant whispers in my first spell slots. With us just picking up a changeling, I don't even know that disguise self is worth it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we're really gonna be fooling anyone when we go in there.
Well, and with my studies, I have a I have the thingy bobber. Oh, my brain is not working. I'm still not awake. The mantle of whispers, which allows me to just take somebody's persona. And so, what do I need disguise self?
It's true.
So,
Well,
I was thinking, what could be useful? I'm thinking about going back with Thunderwave, but I worry about hitting Tadias and Vox and Zachary.
Oh, see, Thunderwave is, and I'll sort of like straighten my hair, and I'll say, Thunderwave is usually a spell that I carry prepared myself, and I've figured out a way that with spells that do a lot of damage, I can keep everyone safe in it. So if there's other spells that you have that you think would be more useful, I can do Thunderwave.
I'm gonna have to think about that. I think that maybe when we get back to town, you could help me. Maybe in
I
a quiet time.
would be more than happy to help you with this.
Gets a little bit giddy. Thank you. You're my best friend.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
I can't wait to show you something I picked up. Remind me to show you that thing the next time we're in battle.
Okay, I will.
Well, it's morning. The night passed without incident. It's morning as far as you know for waking up inside a cavern. And no real activity was heard. The tiny hut fizzles away.
I think that's our cue.
Looks about. So you darn flew ahead, and he didn't see any elementals, but there were sentries posted. How do we want to do this? Unsnooping?
Well, the way we usually do it.
But we have new talent. Perhaps there's other ways. I can't look the box.
I also looked the Vox.
Everybody looks at Vox.
Could you snipey snipe them from afar before they see you?
I sense you guys want me to do something.
I guess we're just curious if your talents are being used properly. If we all move together as one consolidated unit, it's likely Zacharias clinking this will let them know where we are. So the question is, could you in some ways do things to make the fight a little bit easier for us with us not making such a racket as you approach? Or is it better for us to stay together?
For me, it's better if we stay together.
Then that is what we do.
So then you guys start to head down. Let me know. Give me a marching order. With you guys moving in that direction.
Nathan's on my shoulder.
We're going north?
No. Boy, howdy. East. No, west. West.
West. Okay. West. So I'm supposed to protect gnomes, so I can find gnomes.
And you guys are in a 10-foot hallway, so... Matter of fact, why don't I, stay in that, like, area there. Hey, Justin.
Yeah,
Where's Zachariel?
in the front.
Well, you're in the wall.
Oh,
We're going...
I am in the wall.
We're going east.
Well, actually, I guess we're going east?
Cardinally in direction of the grid, going east. Bring up the rear. Shit! West. God damn it!
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll stay back with the two small ones, considering Vox is a little bit more sneaky. I am not.
Alrighty.
So I'll give them. I'll give her a little bit of a spacing.
Is
Not for
Nathan...
them.
Yeah, well, way up there.
He's on my shoulder. I can't move that token.
Okay. I'll copy the token you can control. Oh god, it's big. There we go. Alright. I think we're set. I'm now taking you to the next page. You. And shift ping. Meow.
Back to cult temples.
Yes, sir.
Feels good.
It's been a while.
Can everybody see?
I can't see.
Why can't you see?
Is it dark? Because she's human, and if she doesn't have dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
Don't understand why.
She's not human.
How about now?
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
How about now?
Yes.
Alright. You were met with a... You saw this in Udarnik, and you know that going that way will lead to that zigzaggy chasm. Did I guess?
Okay, I'll let the party know. Keep an eye out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
I'm going up to and veering over or peeking my head down. What do I see?
You can move your token to give you that. You see down the corridor. Yeah. Is it doing... Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, hang on. It's a shit. Cell width. What's going on? Well, why'd you change the cell width and then not the grid scale? Like you did it wrong. Alright, there. Should be able to see things now. You see just a little bit of light ahead on the other side that kind of creaks through. Don't know where it's coming from exactly.
Creep forward a little bit more.
Alright. So to re-describe this area, passage leads to a subterranean chasm spanned by zigzagging 10-foot wide stone bridge without railings. The bridge links tunnels leading north and south. You came from the north. Chasm floor is 50 feet below the bridge and consists of a jumbled mass of boulders to the west. The chasm narrows and continues on for some distance. The ceiling is also 50 feet high in this chamber. What's your passive perception, Vox?
19.
Looking around, you see statues clinging to the ceiling. And they're shaped exactly like the ones you encountered yesterday.
I mentioned to the party to move up, and then I point to the ceiling. You see what I'm seeing, right?
Tadias sees it. Hum doesn't see it. And I don't think Delia sees it.
Pit of certain death, yes.
Can you say that again for my benefit?
I said pit of certain death, yes.
No. Up.
I take a look up.
You see statues that look like the gargoyles from yesterday, clinging to the ceiling.
I mean, I just say it again. They come to life. Be careful.
Hum can't tell. It's a thing with passive perception.
So
well, who said it?
Oh, he did? Okay. Sorry.
So yeah, I point up for the rest of them, and I say, do we engage or do we try to sneak back?
Sneaking's not exactly our strong suit.
I mean, it's some of our strong suit, but some of us have suits that make it really hard.
I can... How high are they up?
They're 50 feet up because they're clinging to the ceiling.
I can barely throw things that far.
I can
Can we
TP.
tell how many there are?
You see 3 of them.
Well, maybe we try to sneak, and if they come at us, we'll just take care of it.
Well,
We could try to sneak, but I just kind of move my plates a little.
Yeah, your suit's a little noisy.
I'll just move really slow.
Alright. So you're all going to try to sneak across the bridge?
Yes,
one
the wide open bridge
square
with
at
no
a
cover.
time.
What were you saying, Vox?
One square at a time.
Okay, well, we're not doing
Well,
that. So
wait a minute here. The bridge doesn't have any protection. Maybe we should send a certain Asmar to see if he can get them to come out and destroy them, so that we don't end up on a bridge and pushed off.
ooh. Spend the wings right now.
I've got plenty of shooty spells that can hit them from here. I don't think we need to be like on the bridge.
Alright, you shoot them, I'll stand in front of you.
I could use my magic missiles too.
You make to shoot and cast spells. Roll initiative. As these creatures are clearly expecting something like that, and they start flying down. What happened? Moons. Alrighty. Sort. Box.
How high are they from me?
50 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna get him with my bow.
Alright.
That one kind of beside me there.
That's starting to come down at you, yeah. That's a hit. Alright, you, as it starts flying down toward you, your arrow strikes true. The arrow connects, chips a little bit of stone, but it looks like it didn't do quite a lot, as much as you would hope. Nathan. Or if anything else, Vox?
I'm gonna back up.
Alright. You certainly can. You can't share space with Tadias, though. You're currently in Tadias' space. Yeah. Okay. What's
You
Nathan?
got the speed to get all the way in the back of the pack if you want to.
You definitely do.
Let the shieldy boys do shieldy things.
Yeah, and we'll do that.
All right. Nathan.
Delia's gonna say, "Sick 'em, Nathan," and Nathan's gonna start doing distracting maneuvers.
All right. FYI, they're still mechanically 50 feet in the air. So Nathan would end his move right next to him, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Nathan to sick them when they're close.
Okay. So you can either, for ready in action, you can either action or move. You can't do both. I know that dampens your plan.
No, he'll just start flying at them whenever they get closer.
Okay. He will move closer to them when they get closer.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well this one kind of just lets himself drop to where he's level with you guys. And then just starts attacking Tadias, because Tadias is right there.
How dare he?
He's going to try to grab your shoulders and bite. 13.
Misses.
And then tries to slap you. 9.
Misses.
Alright. Zachriel.
All right. I will just attack. I'll try and knock the one down in
Yeah.
front of me.
You do not.
I'm rolling hot garbage tonight. Attack! Ugh.
Definitely does not hit.
Attack!
That hits for
Yeah.
11 bludgeoning as you knock several chips of stone off of this creature, and it kind of. It says in Terran, fuck you,
I say it back.
Delia.
We're gonna send some magic missiles out.
All right.
The one in front of Tadias.
Oh, son of a. Wait a minute, hang on. Do I have everybody on here twice? I do. Oh no. Okay. Shit.
Now I see myself once, so it might be you.
No, it's me because I had you guys are on a different page. It wasn't actually Zachriel's turn because he rolled a 4. God damn it! All right, stand by.
Nice.
Yeah, this shouldn't take more than a couple of moments here. Okay, everybody is it's all right now. Whose turn was it again? Oh, it was Delia's, and she did magic missile. Excellent. For how many charges? Just one?
Yeah, it's just the 9 force damage.
9 force damage. Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hum.
So Hum is going to peek between Tadias' legs and aim at this one with a bullshot.
Yeah, okay. You kind of like.
Come up between Tadias' legs.
Yeah,
and
okay,
show
yeah.
my head.
Yeah. Tadias does a crotch thrust. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so.
It's definitely a breeze.
Are you bumping it up with your spell slot, or are you just gonna let it be 15?
I'm just gonna let it be 15.
Alrighty, dex save. Dex save? Uh-oh. Hello?
It does not say which save. It just says a saving throw, and it saves.
Alrighty, it does save. Well, the item card says it's a DC 15, but you can bump it up to your charisma save. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and
Well, he
do
rolled.
it up to my 15. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. So don't spend the spell slot. All right. So, but it takes half of that. And this is a magic weapon, so it takes half that for sure.
And then it gets hit by psychic blades.
Ooh. Well, roll that, please. The fuck is half of 16? 8. All right. Ooh, that's.
But keep it at 16 because psychic blades hit for 8.
Well, I
Convenient.
already did the operation, so I have to do 8 again. Anything else?
That would be it.
Dadias.
Zippity zappity, I'm slashing their stone property.
All right. Hit and hit. 2 slashes by the magic's. Yeah. Why am I in your token? There we go. All right.
And I guess
how did
the
that-
wings are easy to crack.
Oh,
Is he dead?
you shatter him.
All right, then I'm gonna bonus action to do the gust and just kind of take a spot with my shield up.
Alrighty. This gargoyle. Did I miss a gargoyle's turn? What's going on here? Wait a minute. 18. Is there a gargoyle missing? There's a gargoyle missing. Alright, hang on.
It looks like he's at 14.
No, the other one. There's another one. Alright, well then. It was Tadias' turn. Wait, what? It was Tadias' turn, right? Okay, Zachariel, you already took your turn. Alright. So then, what's going on here?
Box.
Well, 2 of the gargoyles didn't take their fucking turn, so I'm like, what?
They're like way above me, I think.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna make them take their turns now. I don't know why that happened. But they zip down. This one's gonna attack Zachariel. 8
Miss.
and 9.
Miss.
This one drops and then does like that throttle thing and zooms over to try to hit Tadias.
I know that maneuver.
Tries to hit you with a bite. Oh, roll 20's chugging real hard.
Be
8,
right back.
15.
Neither will hit.
Alright, Zachary already took his turn. Vox. It is Vox's turn.
Sorry, I was cutting out there. Box is gonna come between them and well, if I can get between them.
You can.
And I'm gonna go for that one.
Alrighty. With what?
Let's go with her sword.
Okay, short sword. You definitely strike. You chip off. You get sneak attack too. You chip off a significant amount of it, but you feel like you could have done more. And I will say that this is definitely something Vox would know. Vox feels like she could have done a lot more with her magic dagger. As these creatures are resistant to mundane bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Anything else?
I'll disengage.
Okay, and you move back. You definitely have the speed for it. Alrighty. This gargoyle here is gonna try to attack Tadias. Ooh.
That'll hit.
For 10 damage. And tries to follow up with a claw.
Oh, I get hit by the bite.
You do, but it's just nasty stone teeth. Delia.
It crunches in.
Alright, so. You mean
Wait,
Nathan?
no, not Delia. Other gargoyle. Huh? Okay. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. It is Nathan, though, yes.
Okay, so Nathan's gonna start doing like the magpie swooping against this gargoyle here on the left.
Alright. And then kind of zips back.
Yep.
Totally unhindered. This one goes, is going to try to attack Zachariel. As they are not too smart. 15.
Miss. Miss.
11. Alright. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this one, the one on the left,
All
with
right.
a firebolt.
Phew. Oh, that's a hit. A sad 9 fire. You have advantage because of Nathan. Nope. 9 damage. Alright. You hear kitties? Alrighty. Well, in her stead, I'll say that she casts Vicious Mockery on that one. Ooh. And it does not save, takes 8 psychic damage. And disadvantage on its next attack. Tadias.
Now let's see if we can slash another one. I'm just gonna pry his teeth open and shove my dagger in his throat.
Yeah. That's a hit. A 9. That's a hit. For 8. Alright.
And I guess the throat's weak if he's still alive.
He's still alive. You kind of just surprise him with that maneuver.
I think I'm gonna improvise that.
Okay. Yeah, you missed.
That's why I got a call before you do that.
That's
That's 18. Ah!
You
And
reach the dagger in and twist it just a special way, and the creature just cracks into 2 and falls.
I kick its body into the pit.
Sorry, back.
It's all good. I had Hum viciously mock, and then Tadias finished the job.
With my
Zachariel.
movement, I'm just gonna zip behind it, kind of flank it with.
Yeah. Zachariel, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shove this creature.
Shove it.
I think I'm gonna stop doing that tonight. It's just okay. Shovel.
Hits.
Hey,
For 8.
shovel.
Hits.
Hey.
For 9. Alright. Krang, clang. Vox.
Okay, she's since switched to her dagger and it's gonna come up by Zachariel and take a stab at that guy.
Alright. That's certainly a hit. Doesn't have any spell casting, so but you have sneak attack. Oh, you notice that it's like piercing flesh. It's a night and day difference as you crack apart the stone with the dagger, and that's 22 damage. That gargoyle's dead. Nathan.
More evasive maneuvers on the other one.
Alrighty.
He's still magpie swooping. He's like scrabbling at them and making like
Hell yeah.
little pseudo dragon squawks.
You notice that the gargoyle is starting to turn tail, and it starts to try to run. So,
No way,
there's
Jose.
about 3 of you that all get opportunity attacks. I think the person with the highest dex gets it first, which is probably Vox. So Vox, go ahead and roll your opportunity attack first. You also get advantage because of Nathan's help. If you
Okay, is he just leaving? Like,
yeah, you
can I still dagger him?
This is an opportunity attack. He's leaving your melee range. You have advantage. Roll again.
I should roll twice.
Oh, she did. Okay, well, hit. You get sneak attack because rogues are busted. Okay. So,
It's good. There it is.
how do I contextualize this? Nathan, Magpie's up, and the gargoyle is like trying to swat him away as he zips and loop-de-loops around him, and it tries to get out of this situation, but being distracted by Nathan, it gives Vox one more opening for one more precise strike, and she strikes the creature, and it just crumbles into the darkness below. You're out of initiative.
I give Nathan good head pats. Well, I'm glad we weren't out on the bridge for that.
Well, that was a good first fight, I think. I hope that is how the rest go.
I pull one of the stone fangs out of my shoulder and say, "Yeah, pretty good."
Well, let's move forward.
Right.
As you walk across this bridge, and you sort of, if you decide to peek over it, you see amongst the boulders down there are skeletons.
Hum stays in the middle of the bridge.
Vox,
Tadias walks on the edge of it to scare Hum.
Hum looks at Tadias and says, I swear to God, if you fall over, I'm going to kill you.
you can see down there, there's a person who is just sort of standing in your line of sight, but they're not facing you. And it doesn't look like they've noticed you. Additionally, though I'm not really going to give that detail until you get there. It's a room detail, but you're not even in the room, so.
Gonna tell everyone to stop and shh, and then motion up towards the person standing there.
I hand motion her to steal third base.
Oh, okay. So, a massive pair of stone doors, these guys, lie broken just south of the small plaza, flanking by iron torches that brightly illuminate the area. One door lists unevenly on its bottom hinge, this guy, and the other one lies broken and shattered on the ground. The standing door is carved with a pastoral scene of grain fields and rolling hills, worn and pitted by the centuries. What do you do?
Hum hand signals, what are we doing?
You see the
Zachariel
person down there start to pick their nose a little bit.
Okay, we have to hit him for that.
Can you hit them from here, Vox?
What are we doing, Vox?
Suddenly boxes the...
Sorry, one sec.
She's the infiltrator.
She is the infiltrator.
So we're like, hey, teach us your ways, because when we do this, we never do it cleanly.
Sorry.
I can hit him.
Vox, all of your newfound allies are looking to you and wondering what to do.
So we assuming everything down here?
You cut out.
What are we doing, Zachariel?
Is everything down here bad?
Bad?
I think that's a safe assumption.
They're all cultists, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
You're gonna shoot with your bow? What's the range of a
Yeah.
short bow?
Oh, not that far.
I think it is actually. My friend
Oh,
remembers
is
like
it?
120 and like something stupid.
Hmm.
I don't know. You can look at the weapon
says
card.
320?
Holy shit.
It's 80.
Yeah, bows are no
short-
joke.
It's 80 by 320. So that means that the normal range is 80, and then the long range is 320. If you shoot beyond 80, it's disadvantage.
You can try sneaking
Okay.
up if you're not with an 80.
Yeah, I was going to, because this is like, this here's a box.
No, it's a door. It's a shattered door on the ground.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Sorry. I'm gonna sneak up over here.
Roll a stealth check. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you get up there, quiet as a mouse. And as you look around, you can see a group of creatures. You recognize them as small little kobolds just sitting together on the ground here. And you get in their line of sight, and they stand up. And then the guy here looks to them. And then what? So this is
I'm gonna
happening.
come out and
Oh, okay.
shoot
You see all those
him.
guys. You shoot him. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Roll initiative.
Can I shoot or?
Yeah, but you're not getting sneak attack. Although he hasn't acted yet, so your rules apply with the whatchamacallit. Crit initiative. Alright, stand by here. What are you doing? Okay.
Look at these gnomes dropping 20s.
Look at these gnomes. Look at these gnomes.
For some reason, it will not take my initiative.
And you selected your token, right?
Yep. Let me try it one more time. There it goes. Now I can fix it.
Okay. And then you, my friend. Oh, actually no. No, yeah, actually, yeah. Okay. Then, ooh. I haven't used this one in so long. I haven't done the toggles. Toggles. And then. So this guy that you shot at, by the way, he's wearing this stone plate mail, and he's got a spear. I also need to switch his thingies. Got a half hour worth. Okay, we can get through this encounter.
Oh, should I do my roll?
Yes. You won't have... wait, so... can you put in the chat the assassinate feature? Okay. In addition, you can hit a score and any score. Okay, so not surprised, but you will have advantage. You will have advantage on this, which means you do get sneak attack. Yeah. Okay. That is a hit. Don't forget the actual shortbow damage. What's that in total? Can't do math.
26.
Thank you. Alright, he took a good hit in the shoulder. Oops. Alrighty. Let me sort all this. I said, let me sort all this. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Alrighty, Vox. Oh, God. Okay. You can go again.
Let's shoot off another bow.
Okay. You do not get sneak attack this time.
And not advantage, right? Not advantage.
No. If I let you, well, yeah. You crit, but no sneak attack. 12 damage. So,
And then I'm going to run back to the other guys and be like, a lot more. kobolds, a lot more.
I like to imagine Vox
Where?
just runs back. A lot more kobolds, a lot more.
Where?
Through the door.
It's your turn, Hum.
Through the bottom door.
Hum runs forward and shoots wand of magic missiles. She's gonna shoot 2 charges at the guy.
All right, 2 charges. For fuck. What is that?
16.
16. Alrighty. Taking a beating. Anything else?
Nope. She's gonna go ahead and leave.
All right, Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna move up as far as I can. And
You see some kobolds lounging about.
I'm gonna keep wailing on this guy. I'm gonna send a firebolt over at him.
All right. That's a hit for 5 fire. All right, it's his turn. He takes his spear, and he slams the ground. Doom, doom, doom. And he shouts out. And he just shouts out, and he says, "Bethy, get up here!" And you see, peering out of the ground, is one of your friends, a boulette. And he hops on.
Did he say Betsy?
He didn't say Betsy. He said Bethay.
Bethy.
And you see, wounded, he still hops on to the creature, and he takes his fist and he slams it on the creature's head, and he says, "Good girl, Bethy!" And the bullet, known as Bethy, makes this this pleased sound, and he is going to direct his he is going to direct his bullet over to here, and says, "Give me a second, girl. I need to catch my breath." And that's his turn. This team of kobolds comes out into the fray. There's 4 of them together, and they look very organized. And they look at Hum, standing out there all alone. And they all sling a whole bunch of stones at her. 23 to hit.
Oh, they hit.
And it didn't miss, so it's going to deal 19 piercing. To Dias. I didn't hear a word you said.
I said, let's see what we can do.
All right.
Just enough space to get in front of Hum, so I'm just gonna kind of like dash over and kind of like, hurdle over both the gnomes. Just a little right over them. And as I get here, I'm gonna chuck Rez into what looks like the tallest one, whichever one looks the most leadery.
Yeah. So you raise your, and you see as they all like sort of reach out to defend each other and try to deflect blows. You still make damage and you still hit, but go ahead and roll damage. For 11, halved. All right.
Then I'm gonna do it again with the blood flint.
You see that one of them actually, here's what happens. One of them actually just dives in front and just dies. That is just enough to hit. And you destroy another one. And it actually rips through. And, wow, okay. And 2 of them are just ripped through. despite their best... Oh, wait, no. They take... Sorry. I wrote these guys. I should know. One of them dies. The other one takes a hefty amount of damage.
And they're not the same creature, so I don't have an exploit thing, I don't think.
I don't think so. They're kind of a
So
swarm.
then I'm just going to bonus action and do the gusts and call it a turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. So you watch as all these kobolds here... wait, yeah. They form up into a cohesive unit. And they start to run and... what do they do? Okay. They come over here and they hide behind this pillar. They have half cover. They're doing a little tactic advance. You can't see them because you didn't actually enter this room, but a whole bunch of other kobolds form up. And do a thing that you can't see. Alright. Zachariel.
Bad, but when there's 4 of them, I kind of think that they're little dance crews. They're moving like synchronicity and all of that.
Maybe.
Alright, I can't quite make it down there, so I will dash. Oh. I will take the front. Maybe, is this a door or a wall?
It's a door. It's hanging listlessly, so you can move it if you wanted.
I'll just go here.
Alright.
That's all I can do.
Alrighty. Nathan.
Nathan is gonna hang back with me
Okay.
because I'm not happy that they hit him, and it's about to be Fireball City in there.
Uh-oh. Alright. You hear, the sounds of the bullet. And, you hear the cultist say, "Just give me 1 second, we're gonna go in there." Zachariel, this team of kobolds, comes up, and they have, like, this insanely coordinated unit. They just come at you with a flurry of daggers, and it's almost too much to handle. We'll see if it hits. 13 doesn't hit, but you take 4 damage anyway because of all these slashes.
I don't like that.
That's their turn. Vox.
I'm going to riposte.
Oh, all right. That's a hit. As they bring up their weapons and deflect a little bit, but some of them still get nicked, and you overpower them, and one of them takes a crushing blow and falls down.
The resonating sound of a shovel hitting a kobold skull.
Yeah. All right. Now it's Vox's turn.
Okay, I can make it down.
You can dash as a bonus action, FYI. If you wanted.
I'm not sure if we have these rules, but can't you do that like focused aim thing with a bonus action too?
But you can. With the new thingies, the new feature.
So I consider if you don't move as a bonus action, you can just get sneak attack on a thing.
Yep.
Not probably applicable here, but other times.
You're gonna have to write that down.
It's in your sheet. Unless it isn't. But I'm pretty sure I put it in there.
Yeah, Rogue's got a lot of setup for their things.
If it's anywhere, it's going to be under cunning action. No, it's not. Okay, I'll figure that out later. So what are you doing?
I think I can make it here. Could I still attack the kobolds in front of Zach?
Yeah, you could.
let's do it with a short sword.
All right. That is a hit. As you see, they like draw their attention to you and they intercept your blow. But you're probably still going to skewer a bunch of them. So go ahead and roll. You have sneak attack. Actually, no, yeah, you have sneak attack. Okay. Can somebody add that up for me?
27.
Alrighty. Oh my god. Stand by. You said 27, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. 15. Okay. Yeah, she skewers 2 of them. And actually, there's only 2 of them left, so she skewers both of them. And they collapse. Hum.
Hum is going to step beside Tadias, and she's going to use her bolt shower. And during this bolt shower, she's going to use the extra spell slot. So she's going to use a level 2 spell slot, so she's going to use lightning bolt damage.
Before you do that, I will, because Hum sees this, there are 3 of these kobolds. One of them is heavily wounded. And she knows from experience that they're not exactly that hardy. Just letting you know.
Okay, she'll just use her bolt shower then.
Okay. How many bolts?
She's going to use 5.
5, alright. Well, that damage doesn't count, so let's roll some in the chat. They need to make a save. And you hear them cry out, "Bikra!" And they all do like this crazy coordinated maneuver.
What in the hell am I doing?
Aditi, double D. Rolling double Ds here. I need to roll a save.
my.
Oh my.
There we go.
Alrighty. Well, they save, so one of them takes it for the team, and now there are 2 of them, as one of them is just riddled with bullets and protects his ally. Oh, it's so sad. Now there are 2 left.
Well, she'll used her first level slot for the extra damage.
Oh,
so
did
she could have it the DC 17, yeah.
Oh, well then, there's only 1 left, and he's very wounded. Alright, anything else?
And then she's going to do a little bit of vicious mockery on them.
There's only 1 left.
Well, on him.
Yeah.
And tell him, you know, he's not strong enough to protect his friends. Look at what he's...
Oh my god, he made the save.
Bastard.
He just looks at you with angry determination. Delia.
And then she's going to step
sorry.
in behind the wall right.
Alright, you got it.
I'm coming in, and I'm letting loose a fireball.
Fireball. Alright. Okay, perfect. Let me make sure of something here. Oh yeah, okay. You're gonna set it right there? Alrighty.
Yep.
Let's roll
I'm
some
carving out
DCs.
Zachariel and Vox.
Absolutely. So they're gonna have... Oops, not you. Alright, hang on a second. It's back. There we go.
That is a terrible roll.
What the hell?
Look at how many ones.
That's unfortunate. I would sure love to see your thing. There we go. Why did I X out of it? Okay. So they're behind some pillars. Oh, it doesn't matter. Spreads around corners. So... that's 1 and 2. Well, 1 saves. They're not going to be able to do that. So what's the total here? We're looking at 25. All right.
25.
So
25, yeah.
one of them is smoked. And the other is pretty messed up with 2 kobolds falling over dead. Oh, and this one is just... there's no way. He's just smoked. Alright. Anything else, Delia?
Nope.
Alright. Don't need that anymore. Go away. Alrighty. The burrow shark. That's what they call themselves. Let's go, Bethy! Yeah! Clang, clang. Or no, just smack, smack, smack onto the hide of this creature. And, the bullet makes a leap into the room. And, the man, says, "Charge!" And the bullet starts to dash towards Zachariel. The bullet can't do anything, but the cultist can. I need to get this token out of here. Like you hear a squish of a kobold head as the bullet approaches, and the cultist rears his spear up and goes for Zachariel. Yeah. 1, 2, 23. Zachariel, 23. Hello?
So 23 hits.
Alright, 12 and 14.
The 12 and the 14 miss. I'm going to repost.
Alright.
I'll repost the 12, so that kind of gives credence to the other one missing.
You got it. That is a miss, unfortunately, as it clangs off of the creature. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Tadias.
Alright, I'm gonna try to zip around. 5, 10, 15. And I guess I will target the burrow shark? Yeah, let's go with the burrow shark. And I'm going to be using res.
Alrighty. You're going after the guy?
No, the shark.
Oh, that's the bullet?
Bullet.
Alright. The burrow shark is the title of this cult member.
Gotcha. Then yeah, the shark. The bullet.
The bullet. That hits.
I think roll 20 chugging.
Yeah, roll 20 struggling. 11 damage.
Do it again!
Do it again! That's another hit. You find some squishy underbelly.
Alright, I try to, thrust my entire wrist into it.
Oh god. That's a hit. For 10.
And there's
And
that
another 3. Alrighty. Kobolds. That team is dead. These 2 kobolds are alive, and they go for Tadias. There is 2 of them. So they are going to try to hit for 15.
That'll miss.
That'll miss. Alrighty, and that's it. Zachariel.
Alright. I guess I see Tadias stabbing at the bullet, and having prior experience with them, I'm inclined to help him.
Alright.
I will attack the bullet.
You
Both
crit,
of us have been pancaked by it too many times.
crit the bullet.
I will brutal attack.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Big gash in its hide on its face. Pathy! Give me 2 more rolls for that bad boy. Is roll 20 chugging?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Alrighty, so that's
It
gonna
says fighters can't smite.
Battlemaster Smite.
37?
Thank you. That was a big hit, and you're not done yet.
And I'm not done. Another one.
That unfortunately clangs off of its hide.
Wait, would the +2 help?
It would! Thank you. For 10 bludgeoning. This creature is bloodied. And
Is this boulette seeing stars?
oh yeah, it's not looking good right now. And the cultist cries out.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
I hit the bullet both times, but are the bullet and the rider considered the same creature
No.
in terms of the shield master?
No. He's mounted.
Okay.
So if you knock over the bullet, chances are you're gonna knock over the guy.
I was going to try to shove him off.
Oh, that's got credence. You could try to do that.
Even though I attacked the bullet both times?
Well, you have Shield Master.
Yeah, but you have to use it on the target that you're...
Do you?
I thought that was the wording.
Can you...
Like, I couldn't knock someone prone and then switch to a
I thought it
different
was
target.
the attack action. And maybe, I'm not sure.
Hang on, I can look it up really quick. If you take the attack action on your turn, you can use your bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you using your shield.
There we
There's
go.
a roll.
Alright. So you're just trying to shove him off?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're gonna absolutely hate me. Okay, well let's see if he wins the contest. Okay. Well, he uses his reaction to say no, and he stays put on the bullet.
Okay.
Unyielding is the trait, or the reaction. I think that's it for you, unless you're gonna move.
Yeah, that's it.
Nathan.
Nathan's just hanging out with me.
Okay. Well, the bullet. The bullet is not looking good. And the bullet knows that its rider is not looking good. And... in a questioning sort of growl. And then the cultist says, We fight! We fight for Ogamach! The bullet is going to try to take a chomp out of Zachriel. $15. That was a big...
The damage is frightening.
The damage is frightening.
It misses.
So, describe for me how he misses that truck of damage. I need some flavor for this.
Does the bullet have teeth?
You know what? Hang on. There's a handout in the thingy that has art from the MM. It has sharp parts of its lips.
I imagine it's kind of like how a crocodile's teeth are like part of its lip.
Pretty much, exactly it.
Okay, well, I noticed that it kind of like comes to a point, like almost like a beak. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jam the shield, like, oh god, and jam the shield into its mouth.
Yeah. It just kind of like shakes aside the shield, and you kind of stumble a little bit. Not hum. Vox, it's your turn.
Well, I imagine when the roulette is going after Zachariel, Vox is going to come up with her short sword and
Wait, hold on.
try and chop its head off.
You're behind the door. You have to move.
But yeah, I get up close.
Okay. I'm being pedantic. You get up close. And you hit. The short sword burrows into the hide of this burrowing creature. You have sneak attack. And it cries out. And the burrow shark, you can see tears in its eyes, and it looks to Vox angrily as the bullet slumps to the ground.
Hum is going to see the bullet shark the bullet go down and come around behind Zachriel and kind of push between his legs and shoot this guy in the face.
Are you using... What are you using?
I am going to use just the crossbow.
Alrighty. Just a bolt to the face. That unfortunately it does not go to his face, and it clangs off of his armor.
Okay.
Alrighty. Dehelia.
I am going to cast a magic missile at the cultist.
Alrighty. For that much damage. He's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Anything else, Delia?
No, I think that's it.
Well, he hops off. And he glares at Nox. And attacks with an assault of spearwork. 1, 22, 10, 15.
22 hits.
For 5 piercing. And then you manage to deflect his other blows. Ah! He growls out as he's just focused completely on Vox as she dealt the killing blow to his mount. Tadias, finish the fight.
We're gonna chop up some kobolds.
Oh yeah, those guys are still there. I forgot. That's a hit. Okay. That one of them. There's 2 left, and he takes the hit for his friend. 1 left.
How bad does the last one look?
Let me think for a second. The math is hard. He's got a cut on his shoulder. Looks like you could just run him through if you wanted to.
I'm gonna try a bonus action offhand shield slam.
All right.
To save my last attack one.
That's a miss.
Alright, and then I'll just attack with the last one.
He sort of clangs it aside, and then you just run him through.
Oh.
And the last kobold falls dead.
I'll kind of walk up on this guy, and I guess just, as the free talkie action, I'll say, on your knees or die.
All right.
That'll be it.
Zachariel.
I will try and knock. Is he prone? No. I'll try and knock him prone.
Alrighty. That's gonna be... he uses his reaction to not go prone as he... turns to you. It's almost like he didn't even hear Tadias. That's a hit.
Chug, chug.
Chug, chug. That's just enough to kill him.
Oh, good.
And slashes over, and he falls over dead.
Falls over on Betsy.
Bethy.
Bethy, sorry. Yeah.
Well, it's just because Bethy's a cool... Bessie's a cool name. And these cultists don't deserve cool names.
I got you. All right, calm down.
It's Bessie.
All right, I'm calm. And the last cultist falls down, and I think we'll continue next week.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Night, Joy.
Good night, Joy.
Good night, Joy.